Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah, Shalom, Shalom, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. We got this motorcycle day. These grown people riding around on bicycles. So they got noise everywhere. I'm trying to get away from the noise, but you got bikes with radios and all this, so I do not own the copyright to none of this music that's gonna be coming across the airway. Before we start, we're gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being the name of His only begotten Son, who they even call Jesus Christ. Okay, we're going to start off with Jeremiah 28. This is what the prophets was always sent to do. And this is going to prove it in Jeremiah 28:8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. See, we prophesying about the evil that's coming to Babylon the Great, the American Empire, the kingdom of these Edomites, Esau, Edom, and his descendants. Okay. That was Jeremiah 28:8. Let's get the New Testament. Ephesians 6 and 12. Well, let's get Ephesians 6. We're going to start with 10. It says, finally, my brethren. And when he say my brethren, that means my bloodline, my kinsmen. When you go to Romans 9:3, it tells you he's talking about his kinsmen according to the flesh. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. See, we putting on the whole armor of the Lord in these last days so we can stand against Esau, Edom, and his kingdom. Verse 12, it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. That principality is talking about this wicked kingdom of the Edomites. It says, against powers, against rulers. See, they the one ruling the earth. But they WEF, they IMF, they Federal Reserve, banking system, and these elite Edomites and their families, these elite banking families, they running the earth. It says against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So the spiritual wickedness is talking about they schemes and mind control schemes that they put on the people. Let me go into that. Because they play mind controls, and that's what government it stands for, to govern your mind. But let's get 2 Thessalonians 4:4. And let's get I'm gonna start with 3. It says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. So the good news is hid to those that are lost. See, the Lord hiding it from these lost ones. It says, verse 4, in who the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. See, he blinded their mind. He using mind control tactics, MK Ultra, mind control. They on Netflix, they got this movie breaking it down. It's called Hypnotic, where they know how to control your mind. Then this is what Denzel Washington with that movie Manchurian Candidate. They went back in 1962 and copied that movie that Frank Sinatra had made. See, because the dude wrote the book in like 52 or something like that. He wrote it in the 50s, but they didn't get it going in to 62 or something like that. And so Denzel Washington, he helped promote the new version of it, and it was all about what? So you can't even hide on the back street. It was all about mind control, and so they also was promoting the MO to the T to the B. See, they was promoting that too. But the movie mainly was about mind control and how these people can control your mind and you don't even know what's going on, man. And this is the trick that they've been doing with their television. See, using the television. This is wickedness in high places. This is how they controlling the mind of these people. And let me jump over to this 2 Corinthians chapter 10. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. That's why in Ephesians he was saying it's not flesh and blood. We're not wrestling against flesh and blood. It says, but mighty through the Most High to pulling down of the strongholds. What strongholds are they pulling down? Verse 5, casting down imaginations, images, visions. See, visualize. See, stories. Because through that vision, they trying to sell you a story. This is what they are. Hypnotic, mind control, con men, politicians, fake pastors. They trying to sell you a false story. They trying to sell you a bold-faced lie. See, we gonna tell them a lie through a vision. See, this is what we trying to do. It says, this is 2 Corinthians 10 and 5, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God. So let's go into 2 Thessalonians. What is this high thing that exalted itself over the knowledge of God? And I'm going to get right to the point. This is 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, starting with verse 3. It said, let no man deceive you by any means. Because this is what they're going to be trying to do. Deceive you. It says, for the day shall not come, that day shall not come, talking about judgment day, except they'll come and falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. What is this man of sin going to do? This son of perdition. Verse 4. It said, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God. See, this is what it was about. The man of sin, the son of perdition, exalting himself. See, he exalted himself with an image. See, that's why he said, we're going to pull down cast down these images, these imaginations. The base word for, the root word for imagination is an image. We're going to cast down this image that this man going to put up and exalt himself with. It says, who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he, as God, sit in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. See, he's showing himself that he is God, meaning he put up white Jesus, the white angels, and the white Israelites, and this totally confused the true Israelites to what was going on. And jump down to verse 8, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed. So that wicked is going to be revealed, who tried to impersonate the Israelites and the Lord. It says, who the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. He's going to send the prophets to cast down these imaginations and strongholds and make Esau's kingdom fall. See, this is how they're going to destroy his kingdom. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. See, this is how they gonna destroy these dragons, man. Putting up these Edomite leprosy having Yahweh, who they even call Jesus Christ. See, giving him a false name that means pig, earth pig, and they gonna create a name for the Lord. You just can't create no name for no Lord. Talking about transliteration or whatever that crap you talking about, man. You can't create no name for nobody. See, a name is a proper noun. You can't create it and just give somebody a different name than what they was already created. That's a set in stone operation. This is my name. See, I'm not changing it just because you talking about it's a language. A language don't change no name, man. But these people let the devil and the so-called white man do it. Now let's go to Isaiah 25 and 7. Because it's going along with that second Corinthians 4 and 4. Where he said he gonna blind the mind of these people. This is Isaiah 25 and 7. It says, and he shall destroy in this mountain. And this is why he said he gonna destroy the wicked with the spirit of his mouth. And he shall destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people. So he put a covering cast over the people. He put his peoples up as the Lord, his people, the angels. Okay. Then he start putting false names on everybody. Oh, this man is a color. This man, he's a color. See, he's a language. Let's call him a Spanish. This man here, he's the name of this landmass that we named, mind you. We named it Puerto Rico. And this is where he come from. Say, no, this man got a history that goes way past Puerto Rico, man. This is Isaiah 25 and 7. It says, covering, let me start from the beginning. And he shall destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. So he got it over all nations. He calling the Chinaman yellow. Say, why are you calling this man yellow? He is a Moabite. These are the Moabites. The Japanese, they call them yellow. These are the Ammonites. See? Because they got Down syndrome, because they were sleeping with their father. The women were sleeping with their own daddy. And they came out with Down syndrome. That's why when you look up Down syndrome, it's going to tell you that it's got nothing to do with the Chinese being Asian. See? Because the Asians got Down syndrome. And when you look at the Down syndrome person, you think they got Asian in their blood. Now, look, it with the name in Moab and verse 10. But let's go into Job 9 and 24. You get into that covering, because he put a covering over the people, man. This Job 9 and 24, it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. This is what Thessalonians was talking about. He covers the faces of the judges thereof. So Thessalonians say he exalted himself above all that is called God. And he exalted his image. Because second Corinthians 10 and 5, it says he had an image, imagination. He exalted himself with these imaginations, and we got to cast these imaginations down, because this is how he exalted himself. It says he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? If it ain't the so-called white man that used his image to exalt himself. See, put up white Jesus, put up even the white Egyptians and the white Ethiopian. See, he put the white Native Americans, everybody he put up as himself. See, he don't want to hire no actors to play the to play the role of the people. He want to just use all his people in the movie. Same thing with the Israelites, with Charleston Heston trying to play Moses, man. When Moses was not no Edomite with leprosy. Now, let's see here. Now let's get who the wicked. He said that wicked shall be revealed in Second Thessalonians. But let's get it out of Malachi. Who is the wicked he was talking about? It's a specific nation. I'm gonna start with verse 3 to get who is talking about in the context. It says, I hated Esau and laid his mountains at his heritage. What's the heritage? Your children, your offspring. Waste for the dragons of the wilderness. There go that dragon. See, he said that these Edomites was always associated with these dragons. That's why in Revelation 12 it calls them the red dragon, because Edom means red, and then here he talks about them being with the dragons of the wilderness. Verse 4 it says, whereas Edom says, we are impoverished, but we shall return and build the desolate places. Thus says the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against who the Lord have indignation forever. Okay, so they got indignation over these, pretty much, over these, the Lord has indignation over these Edomites forever, man. It's not going to go away, and then He's going to start showing them mercy because they joined the Christian church or Jehovah Witness or Muslim mosque. They're going to be the border of wickedness, see? Then you go into Ezekiel 35. And this is what he was telling us in Jeremiah. We're going to prophesy against these great kingdoms and these countries. This is Ezekiel 35 and 2. It says, Son of man, set your face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. Mount Seir is talking about the Edomites. It says, verse 3, and say unto it, thus says the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against you, and I will stretch out my hand against you, and I will make you most desolate. So this is what He's going to do to Babylon the great America that's ran by the Edomites. I'm going to make you most desolate. Okay? It says, where is it? Verse 4, I will lay your cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so them and their cities gonna be destroyed, man. This is verse 5. It says, because you have had a perpetual hatred and have shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had it in. So He gave Esau a blessing to rule it by the sword. And this is what they doing. They ruling with their military and all of the weapons that they use with their military, the biological, the submarines, the freaking battleships, all the aircrafts. See, they got all kind of weapons that they use, psychological weapons. Okay. And so He's got these three elements happening at the same time. See, He got them developing that grain of rice, that sea hip, that Charagma, Revelation 13 and 16, that's under development because they trying to enslave the whole world once again, or on another level, I would say. They want a greater slavery and greater control. They want greater power. And let's get it in this Revelation 6. And I'm going to start with verse 4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red. See, he's talking about the nation of Edom. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. So all heck is going to break loose because these jokers want to have power. They want more power, and they trying to increase that power as they go. See, they want to get all the power that they can. It says, let's see here, and that they should kill one another. So that's why they over there in Ukraine and Russia killing each other, and they're going to take it to another level with America and Russia. See, America and Russia is in the Bible prophesied to be ready to kill each other. It says, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. See, America and Russia got the top military. This is why they gonna be trying to kill each other, because they that red horse, they that red power, which is Edomite, the Edomite kingdom. See, and that kingdom is got two parts. That's why they said they're gonna kill one another. And Yahushua talked about that in Matthew chapter 12, Psalm 25. He says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom, see the kingdom of these Edomites, the red horse, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. See, they divided against themselves. So they're going to be trying to kill each other. Verse 26 says, if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? See, Russia is going to blow up Babylon and Great America, and their whole kingdom is going to fall. See, because they're going to be fighting against themselves. They the same kingdom, the same people, and they fighting against themselves. And they've been doing it for 50, 60 years, man, 70 years. The Cold War. It was the USSR and the Soviet Union, which means Russia and all of those allies over there had like 15 countries, a lot of countries, a coalition of nations combined with those Edomites over there. Then you had the Edomites over here, and all of this is in Zechariah. Let's get that. Let's let the scriptures break it down. Zechariah talked about these two elements of the Edomite kingdom. Zechariah chapter 1, and we're going to get this red horse. See, this red horse is in two places, and it's saying the same thing. This red horse is going to be divided within itself, and they're going to be trying to kill each other. This is Zechariah 1 and 8. It says, and I saw by night, and behold, a man riding upon a red horse. See, Zechariah introduced this civil war that was going to be going on with the Edomites, the so-called white men. And he stood among the myrtle trees that were in the bottom, and behind him were their red horses, speckled and white. See, that they call themselves white people. But they got, you can see the blood flow through their skin because they translucent and they get red when they get angry. So you jump down to verse 18, it says, then I lifted up my eyes and saw, and behold, 4 horns. See, the 4 horns represent kingdoms and powers. And you can go in those powers with the languages to tell you that these powers through the languages. Because verse 19 give you the context of these 4 horns, what these 4 horns did. It says, and I said unto the angel that talked with me, what be these? And he answered me, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem. So these 4 horns, they the ones scattered the Israelites. Okay, you had the French with the Haitians over there, scattering them from the west coast of Africa. You had the Spanish, you had the Portuguese, which started the whole operation. And then you had these English, British people, while we over here speaking English. Now verse 20 tells you the opposition. See, they Revelation 6 and 4 said they shall kill one another. So verse 20 tells you, and the Lord showed me 4 horsemen. This is the Soviet Union or the Russians and their coalition. Those set of Edomites. Verse 21, it says, then said I, what come these to do? And he spake, saying, these are the horns which have scattered Judah. Talking about the 4 horns. So that no man did lift up his head, but these are come to fray them. So that's the 4 carpenters is coming to fray the ones that took the Israelites into slavery. See, because the Russian one, they won a major in that slave trade, or them Edomites on that side of the world. Now it says to fray them, to cast out the horns of the Gentiles, which lifted up their horn over the land of Judah to scatter it. See, you had the British and the Catholic Church, the Roman Catholic Church. See, these are the ones with the British, like I said, the Portuguese, the Spanish, the French. These jokers are the ones that was getting that slavery going. When those Edomites up there in Russia and Ukraine and all that, and they weren't instrumental in starting that thing off. So it's giving you 2 sets of Edomites that's gonna be trying to kill each other. See, and that Cold War been going on for years. So that's what Yahushua was saying when he said Satan is gonna be fighting against Satan. And Putin, he done named his nuclear missiles Satan 1 and Satan 2. Now let's see here. Let's get some more. Oh, let's get an Obadiah. Obadiah talks about them backstabbing each other. Obadiah, I'm gonna get verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? So he getting exposed by the situation that he in. Verse 7, it says, all the men of your confederacy have brought you even to the border. See, he go over there meeting with Putin, meeting with these NATO members. They joining the UN, which he got the most veto power, man. They try to act like America don't got the top veto power. America got the top veto power, not no freaking Russia. It says, the men that were at peace with you have deceived you. See, they got a Cold War going on. They move with deception. They don't move with all this, I'm gonna be your enemy and tell you and curse you out and do all this kind of stuff, man. They gonna say, we don't want to have war, we want peace, and we want to make a treaty with you. See, they gonna act like they at peace with you. This is how the Edomites operate. It says, the men that were at peace with you have deceived you and prevailed against you. They that eat your bread have laid a wound under you. See, these NATO members and these EU members, they made a treaty with America. Okay, they done made a alliance with America, but see, they close to Russia, so they not gonna stay with America, because America ain't gonna help them. They gonna go join Russia. It says that they that eat your bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. See, he don't understand that these people is gonna turn against his behind. Now one of their generals, McGregor or whatever his name, he done told them straight up, NATO is not gonna fight against Russia. You can hang it up, go ahead and believe something else, because that ain't finna never happen. He right there in their face, he right next to them. Why is he gonna be why they gonna be some foolish people and fight against Russia when he got missiles that can kick they behind in seconds? And America not finna go sending a bunch of tomahawks over there to help them defeat Russia. This is okay, that was Obadiah 1 and 7. Let me get that Revelation. Because Revelation go into how they gonna turn on Babylon the Great America. Revelation 17 and 16, it says, and the 10 horns which you saw upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. So that lets you know that them 10 horns is gonna turn on the Babylon the Great. Because first of all, they had a peace with Babylon. He was riding on top of they behind. See, they had a coalition, NATO, and so they was at peace with each other. But see, they done prevailed over him, because they gonna join Russia, who is prophesied to kick they behind. It says, and shall make her desolate and Salaki. Okay. Now let's see here. So that was Revelation 17 and 16. Okay, so let's see here. Is it in Daniel? Because I want to get. Oh yeah, Jeremiah. The coalition of these Russians that's gonna blow this place up. This Jeremiah 50 and verse 9, it says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations. So it's gonna be an assembly of great nations that's gonna come against Babylon. Zechariah in Revelation 6 prophesied that it's gonna be 2 sets of Edomites, see, that's gonna be fighting against each other. And Russia is the set of Edomites that's gonna come against Babylon the Great America. See, Trump over there talking about, oh, Russia, should I send tomahawks over there to Ukraine? See, he over there playing with fire, thinking Putin is a joke. And the Lord making him do that kind of stuff, because he ready to destroy this spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah and the spiritual Egypt, the land of slavery of his people. This is Jeremiah 50 and 9. It says, an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows, see, their nuclear missiles, their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. So they gonna have these missiles, man. They got a movie called Broken Arrow. See, that movie Broken Arrow is talking about missiles. So this is what Jeremiah was using them as a what you call it, a similitude. It says, their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. Okay. So let's see here. Oh, let's get 14, because it says none shall return in vain, but let's elaborate. Verse 14 is Jeremiah 50. It says, put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord. So this is what it's talking about, man. And this is not talking about no ancient Babylon. When you jump down to 33, this is Jeremiah 15:33. It says, "Thus says the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together." So they was oppressed together in Babylon. And the ancient Babylon, they only had Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. They didn't have all of the Israelites, because the 10 tribes had been scattered into Assyria. See, way before the southern kingdom, the kingdom of Judah, went into slavery to the Babylonian. So that ancient Babylon, that's not what this is talking about. This is a future Babylon. And this is during the civil war of the Edomites, when they're going to be trying to kill each other, or when they're going to kill each other, as the scripture said in Zechariah, and in Zechariah the 1st chapter, 18 through 20, and Revelations 6 and 4. Now I'm going to go back to Revelation 6 and 4, because I was kind of going there for the MO to the T to the B. See, now that they see that, oh, all of this is going to pop off, they saying, well, we need to try to lock this thing down and still try to get rid of these Israelites. And this is going to help us do it. It's Revelation 6 and 5. It says, "And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand." Okay, so these Edomites, they gonna turn into a wicked power. See, they gonna turn into a power that's gonna be on a whole nother level. And that pair of balances, when you go into the Greek, that pair of balances mean a yoke. They gonna put a yoke on the Israelite. And so this is talking about that digital ID that they trying to make. You know, this is talking about this mandatory digital currency. See, that dollar is gonna go obsolete. It's already obsolete, because everybody using their debit card and credit card and swiping the chip over the scanner. See, they already swiping the chip over the scanner with their debit card and their credit card. So they're gonna be doing the same thing, but it's gonna be mandatory that you do these things to work these folks' job and to go into their store. But see, they know the chosen is not gonna have it. See, the chosen is not gonna consent to that crap, because they gonna get the victory. Let's get that. Over that Revelation 13 and 16, they gonna get the victory. So they saying, well, this is how we gonna identify these folks. Once we identify the chosen, then we can try to kill them. This is Revelation 15 and 1. It says, and I saw now, you know what? Let's go with verse 2 to get to the point. Revelation 15 and 2. And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire. That sea of glass is that somebody standing in the sky, looking down at fire. It says, and them that had got the victory over the beast, over his image, and over his mark. See, in that image, too, can go over what these people done use to try to blind the unbeliever. See, putting up his image and exalting himself. See, they understand that you don't want to be looking at no image of an Edomite when it comes to Yahushua or Yahweh. It says, and over the name of his name stand on the sea of glass. See, that's somebody standing in the sky. A glass is clear. You can see right through it. They're going to be standing in the sky looking down at fire, mingled with fire. It says, having the harps of God, meaning they're going to be celebrating. We didn't get destroyed with these American, Egyptians, Babylonians, Sodom and Gomorrites, and these these Americans, man. So they saying we got to give them that charagma. We got to make everything digital so we can track every move. And plus, once we mandate it, they gonna reject it. So now we know who the Lord done chose. See, we don't know who he chose. See, he could have chose anybody. Because they all got all different kind of religion, different kind of beliefs, different kind of doctrines that they pushing. See, but they know, too, that it's one sets of people that understand, well, it's a group of many people that understand what this charagma is all about. And they trying to see who the Lord have chosen by pushing that crap. Now, let's see here. This 2nd Ezra 16 and 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you." See, they're going to go and start rounding people up on a high level like they already doing, but it's going to increase. It says, "And feed you being idle." That's what that idle sound like, somebody just ain't doing nothing. They ain't working and doing nothing. See, because they're going to try to have this, what you call it, basic income, universal basic income. They're going to be paying their citizens so they can control their behind. And we going to give you $2,000, $3,000, but you got to, guess what, get this charagma in your behind. I'm going to jump down to 69. This is the point. It says, "And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden under the foot." So if you consent to these dragons when they get angry and try to force you to take that charagma, the Lord is going to destroy your behind. See, and they're going to come and make it mandatory. Look at verse 70. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. They shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire." So this is what they trying to do. They trying to find out who the chosen is, and they got to consent. We going to make them consent, or we going to try to make them consent to this situation. But we know the ones that ain't going to consent, see, these are the chosen right here. Because they not going to consent to it. Because they going to get the victory. Because see, they knew them prophecies when Yahushua came. Herod the Edomite sent his peoples to go find out, this wise men, go find this Messiah. See, we hear he coming around about this time. The wise men and the prophets saying that he supposed to come around about this time. So let's kill up all the babies, just in case he amongst them. Let's kill up all the babies. This is how we know that they certified Edomites, because they was the red dragon that was standing over him trying to kill him as a baby. And Herod was a certified Edomite. Now this is Revelations 16. To get some more on that charagma, that sea hip, that grain of rice they trying to put in these people to find out who the elect is. It says, verse 2, to get to the point, Revelation 16 and 2. "And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth." Who was that? The angels, the 7 angels. Not no demons, not no fallen angels. No, the 7 obedient angels that's going to give the wrath of God to this world, or to earth. It says, "And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast." So if you consent to these dragons, and you take they charagma, they spiritual awe, they mark of slavery. See the mark of Esau. You take that thing, and the Lord is gonna hit you with a grievous sore. Plus, you gonna get those missile food with those nuclear missiles. Now let's go to Revelation 14 and let the word spell it out for them. It's Revelation 14, starting with verse 9. It says, it's Revelation 14 and 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark or his charagma in his forehead or in his hand, meaning it ain't got to be either hand. It ain't no specific hand. See, verse 10, and the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without measure into the cup of his indignation. See, and those 7 angels, those 7 obedient angels, is going to be pouring out this thing. They the ones setting up this whole infrastructure of the charagma. See, they setting that whole situation up to see if people's going for the people to take it. And it's the part of the wrath of God. See, you want to hate the Lord, and he gonna make you take that charagma. It says, which is poured out without measure into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. That's them nuclear missiles, in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So he gonna have them angels. They're gonna be cooking up a major wrath of God. They're gonna have the nuclear missiles flying. They're gonna have people getting charagma and put that grain of rice in their hand and in their head. See, they're gonna have all that's going on, and ain't got nothing to do with the devil being busy. It ain't got nothing to do with no devil, man. It's the Edomites and these 7 angels gonna be cooking up a whole major situation for these Israelites to see what they gonna do. And only the chosen, only the elect is gonna have victory over this situation, over this war, this test, this trial. Okay, it said the Lamb. Verse 11 said, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. And they have no rest day or night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receive the mark of his name. So, yeah, the Israelites, the elect, is not going to consent to these dragons. And let me get a couple of those verses with the elect. This is Isaiah 10, and let's see here, verse 20. It says, and it shall come, Isaiah 10 and 20, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, so these are the ones that's going to escape, just a remnant, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty Most High. For though your people Israel be at the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. See, they're going to be the sand of the sea, but only the elect is going to return to the Lord and reject this charagma and this MO to the T to the B that Esau going to try to push on them at the end of his little funky kingdom. It says, yet the remnant of them shall return, the consumption decreed shall overflow with righteousness. Okay, so let me get it out the New Testament. Apostle Paul understood this. This is Romans 9. Let's see here. Romans 9, and he quoted it in Romans 9 and 27. He says, Isaiah also cried concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. See, only a remnant, the elect, is going to be saved. I'm going to jump over to Romans 11 and 7. It says, then what? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. So the elect is just a remnant. These are the ones that's gonna survive. These are the ones that's gonna reject that that mandatory digital ID. They gonna reject it. See, and these Edomites is only pushing it so they can find out who they were. You got this movie called Glass, and this is what the Glass was all about. See, the guy was trying to make it to the top of the building so he could tell all the other people who got powers like that to wake them up. See, he was trying to go wake up the other people with powers, wake up these other chosen people. And this is what, and they was trying to, they had a whole secret society that was trying to stop them stop him from waking up everybody else. See, put them in an institution, call them crazy. We don't want them to wake up everybody else that's like them. And this is what the movie was about. See, the Israelites waking up, the chosen elect Israelites waking up. This is what it was about. Because these Edomites know. That's why you got these people making these movies. Now, Revelation 7 tells you that this is what the situation was going to be. It says, starting with verse 1, it says, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to who it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. So 4 angels is coming to cause the drama. Verse 3 it says, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their forehead. Until we have sealed the elect. Verse 4 it says, and I heard the number of them which were sealed. See, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Okay, and this gonna be more than that. That's gonna be a part of the elect. That's why you got verse 9. It says, after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations, meaning all the families of the Israelites, and kindreds. When you go into that word kindreds, it tells you that this is the 12 tribes of Israel. It ain't talking about all the kindreds that existed. See, that Greek word means the Israelites. Peoples and tongues stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, with palms in their hand. Okay, these are the ones that's gonna reject that sea hip, that charagma, that grain of rice, that digital ID. See, because these other people, they gonna do whatever it takes to live with ESAU and eat some food and work a little funky job and try to go back to normal life here in Babylon the Great America. But that crap is not gonna go back to normal. Let me get Job, because they already getting everything that they want. But you see, as soon as they coming in, rushing in to try to mess with these Israelites, the northern kingdom, they setting them up so they can lock them up in God knows where. And then while they setting the northern kingdom up, then they pretty much look just alike, so they going in and grabbing the southern kingdom too. We gonna tie you up and take you to the facility too. So they coming in like a flood on both of them, and ain't nobody doing anything about it. Okay, this is Job 20, because just when they getting it in, here come Putin and Trump talking about some Tomahawk missiles. See, the war started getting hot and heated. You want to attack the Israelites? Okay, let's get this war hot and heated and turn that up to a whole nother level. Because all this stuff going to be happening at one time. That's what Joel is talking about. But this Job 20 and 22, I want to start there. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall be upon him. So he done fully accomplished his little goal of trying to start his world order, whatever they want to call it. And then the one lady, she going off about this Agenda 21 when they trying to own everything. They want the ownership of everything. Like your boy Cox Swab said in the WEF. You gonna own nothing and you gonna be happy. Because we gonna own everything. See, we gonna own everything and you ain't gonna own nothing, man. So they at the point of getting what they setting up. But look at verse 23 of this Job 20 and 23. It say, when he is about to fill his belly. See, when his belly is almost full, God shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. See, he rounding folks up, taking them to alligator Alcatraz, filling up the moat with alligators, sending the people off on cargo airplanes. See, he done fully set them up and said they some criminals. He's blowing up ships over there in Venezuela, talking about we seen the dope fall off the ship. See, he done accused the brethren and set them up to the max where people ain't even thinking about he doing something wrong. Then he done got the infrastructure and the laws all passed so he can go ahead and make that thing mandatory, which is all these countries is making it mandatory. The digital ID, mandatory. See, America and Babylon the Great is the top king. This is the Babylon the Great kingdom. See, you don't do nothing without the king, but see, they gonna take their time with messing with these Americans, because this is where the Israelites is at. Verse, he said, while it's gonna rain upon him while he is eating, so he gonna have his whole situation set up, man. Verse 24, it says, he shall flee from the iron weapon. So Putin and these other nations gonna go to hitting them buttons. And the bow of steel shall strike him through. See, while he eating up the Israelites, figuratively speaking, see, putting some of them to death. See, then the Lord is gonna let these other nations go off. Let's get that in Joel 3. Joel 3, starting at verse 1, say, for in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. See, it's going to be about that slavery. The slavery of these Israelites. This is what the whole World War III is going to be about. Not no Christian church, man. Verse 2, it says, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. Because you got these Negroes, man, talking about, the Arabs and the Isaac, and they been fighting. Ishmael and Isaac been fighting each other forever. Say, you a lie, man. Ain't got nothing to do with no Arabs, man. This the kingdom of the Edomites, and they done teamed up with everybody else to try to get rid of the Israelites. And the Lord is fighting for that. That's what the Lord's fighting for. Not no the Arab, the Muslims killing the. That what he said. Who chopping off people's heads and martyring people in the world? It's the Muslim. They killing the Christian. So he trying to pretty much say the Christian church is under attack, and the Lord gonna come to save the Christian church. It's a lie. It says, bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel. This is who the Lord is going to be pleading for. The Israelites, who all these nations done pretty much been in the UN building and allowing these Edomites to try to get rid of the Israelites, man. It says, who they have scattered among the nations. No Christian church or Christians one gathered up and scattered amongst no nations, man. And parted my land. And they ain't coming invading all the Christian nations and rounding them up. It ain't never happened. It ain't gonna happen. It says, verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. See, that's talking about those 4 horns that scattered the Israelites, which they was the red horse. See, that power of the red horse, these Edomites, man, they the ones scattered the Israelites, the red horse. And red means Edom. See, that's just a parable or a similitude that the Lord is using in Zechariah and in Revelation 6 and 4. See, these are the people that scattered the Israelites, these freaking Edomites. And it's going to tell you at in verse 19, who was the one selling the Israelites? Well, really verse 6 too. Let's get 6 and 19. It say, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians. We know Alexander the Greek, Alexander the Freak, was a so-called white man. And all of his whole nation was a bunch of white Edomites. Which none of them ain't white, they red, first of all. Now this is verse 19, it identifies who these Grecians is. It says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Who ran the Israelites out of their land? The Roman Edomites, the Herodian dynasty. See, because Pompey and Herod and Anticipator, the son of Anticipator, these Edomites, they was all trying to take over Judea. They took it over and teamed up with the Romans, see, and then they eventually went in there and kicked the real Israelites all the way up out of there. And so this is what's going on. This is who the Lord is fighting against. Now this is Habakkuk chapter 2, and I'm going to start with verse 3. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. See, the prophets is being shown all of this in these last days. It says, but at the end it shall speak. See, we at the end, so we can see all of these prophecies, see, to the full. It says, and not, it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And what's the main one of the main prophecies? Behold, his soul, the soul of who? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. It says, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So Esau is the main person. He's the star character in the situation. Verse 5, it's going to break down his kingdom. It says, yeah, also because he has transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death. See, and this is what people don't understand about Revelation, when it talks about death and hell was cast into the lake of fire. That lake of fire is a nuclear holocaust, man, and nuclear destruction of Babylon the Great, which is the death and hell, the land of death. Let's get that real quick. Babylon, America, is the land of death. This is what these people don't understand, and it's ran by the Edomites. Not Isaiah 10, Job 10. Job was in the land of the Edomites, and this is what he called it. This Job 10 and 21, it said, behold, I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. See, this is what this place is. It says, a land. See, this is what Babylon the Great is all about. A land of darkness, as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness. And that any order is going for, this is a Christian nation, and they straight up will tell you, we don't want to keep no laws. You can be a alphabet person. See, you can be touching these people's kids. We can let you have a whole society of touching folks' kids. We'll go smuggle you over there in Israel, the state of Israel. We'll let you smuggle yourself over there and hide away. See, we'll promote all kind of wickedness and law breaking over here in Babylon the Great. And we're not gonna outlaw. You can walk on these beaches, butt naked as a woman, and the police can't do nothing to you. Now, let's see here. Let me get Daniel. Because Daniel gonna tell the conclusion of the situation. It's Daniel 2 and 44. It says, in the days of these kings. What king? See, this is the American Empire. They have the global dollar, the trade center, the UN building, all in New York City. They running the whole show. It ain't nobody else with no power. But Revelation 18 and 18 say, what city is like unto this great city? What city is like America? You ain't gonna find it. So these are the kings here. It says, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom. And these Edomite kings, to be exact. It says, which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people. See, it ain't gonna be left definitely to no Edomites. They behind in the slavery. It says, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Not just for 1,000 years. See, these people talking about the 1,000-year rule. Ain't no 1,000-year rule, nothing, man. Yahweh Shah is going to be ruling for a long time. Okay? Now, let's see here. I want to get that in another place. Revelation 11 and what, 15? Yeah, 11 and 15. It says, and the seventh angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Mashiach, and he shall reign forever and ever. See, ain't no the 1,000-year reign of Yahweh Shah. No, he reigning forever, man. And the Israelites gonna be reigning forever. Let's get that. This is going back to Daniel chapter 7 and 18. It says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. So they're going to take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Ain't going to be no, they going to let the devil back out and he going to come and go attack the Israelites, you a lie. See, you just don't understand the scriptures because it wasn't for them to understand. So this is the end of Esau's kingdom, and we gonna take over. Now, this is 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Tells you who is gonna be in the end. It's well, let me get 7 to get the context. 2nd Ezra 6 and 7. It says, "Then answered I and said, What shall be the parting asunder of the times, and when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth?" Verse 8, "And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau." Verse 9, "For Esau is the end of the world." They gonna be ruling. See, and why don't the average person know this verse? Because how are the hidden things of Esau searched out by the Israelites? So we gonna go into the book and bring out the truth. It says, "And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth." See, we gonna be the beginning of the next world, and we gonna take this kingdom by exposing these dragons, man, these liars who done perverted the scriptures and perverted the gospel to fit their narrative. Let's get this Deuteronomy 29. This is the killer verse to these people, man. This Deuteronomy 29 and 29. It says, "The secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever." See, there ain't gonna be nothing that we gonna be able to do to stop this situation. The revelation and the exposing of the truth is gonna be done by the Israelites, that we may do all the words of this law. See, we gonna be fulfilling these prophecies. Like Amos 3 and 7. We gonna be fulfilling these prophecies. It says, "Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he reveal his secret unto his servants the prophet." See, he gonna reveal his secrets to the Israelites. He not gonna do nothing by starting a Christian church. See, starting some false philosophy or Muslim, give some kind of revelation to Muhammad. You a lie. He ain't doing none of that. He gonna do what he said he was gonna do, and only reveal it to the Israelites. It belong unto us and our children forever. And he not gonna do nothing like reveal it to somebody else. Now, let's see here. Now I want this Ezekiel 36. Let's get this too. This Ezekiel 36, starting with verse 2. It says, "Thus says the Lord God, because the enemy have said against you, even the ancient high places are ours in possession." So they saying, oh, even the Holy Land, we gonna even get that. See, we got the Holy Land in our possession. Now, who are these people that got the Holy Land in their possession? Verse 5. It says, "Therefore, thus says the Lord God, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen." So it's the heathen that got that land over there. "And against all Idumea." So all of these Edomites is the one that got that land over there. That's why Benjamin, not a Jew, he can call all these American lawmakers and say, "Come on over here. I need to talk to all of y'all. See, y'all need to come on over here, and we need to have a conversation." So who is he to call all of these American lawmakers to his spot to listen to what the crap he got to say. Some foreign nation, as they, when you go into their rhetoric, see, because this is the lies that they even telling. Some foreign nation is calling them and saying, hey, we need to talk to y'all. Like he they boss, which he is. It says, which have appointed my land into their possession. So these Edomites have appointed the land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds, to cast it out for a prey. See, and that's why he over there, they know that this is not their land, but this is a part of the covering cast. It's a part of the exalting himself above all that is called God and that is worship. Because the Israelites is the one that's supposed to be in that land. The Israelites is the one that's chosen by God to be the leaders, see, of planet Earth. Now, so this is what's going on. He telling these American Edomites what to do. Y'all need to hurry up and get rid of them Israelites. This is Psalms 83. I'm going to get to the point, verse 4. It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. See, you need to hurry up and cut them off from being a nation, because they exposing me for being a liar, for being a fake and an imposter. See, they're exposing me, man. Y'all need to go over there and shut them peoples up. It says, they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against you. See, he done called all of these people lawmakers and leaders of America, where the Israelites is mainly at in high numbers. Y'all need to come on over here. We need to find out how we gonna get rid of these people. They exposing me day and night. See, and our hypnotism, television, and our rhetoric ain't working like we want it to. And who is doing it? Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom. See, the Edomites is the ones doing it, man. And who else? It says, and the Ishmaelites. That's why he letting them get a whole military base and bring it over here to America, man. And of Moab and the Hagarenes, these Hamite Africans. You see them in the UN with they chocolate behind these Hamites. See these Hamites up in the UN with they chocolate behind running their mouth. It says Gabal and Ammon. Ammon is the Japanese. And Amalek. See, he gonna hit you with the roundhouse. Amalek is these small hat peoples over there in the Holy Land trying to set peoples up. Lady in Atlanta, Georgia, some small hat, she trying to say, oh, the youth of the black community is the main problem. See, how in the world is these people's your problem, man? Because they exist. That's the darn problem. They gonna be a part of the elect. See, that's why they the problem. And Baruch identified who's gonna be in that land before it's destroyed. See, that land got an expiration date, and it ain't gonna be destroyed. It is gonna be what they got over there not gonna be destroyed. This is Baruch 4:35. It says, for fire shall come upon her from the everlasting. So that place is gonna be nuked too. He gonna blow that place and clean that place up, just like he gonna blow up Babylon the Great America. It says, long to endure, she shall be inhabited of devils for a great time. So it's gonna be a great time that the devils, the Edomites, is gonna be in that land, ruling, trying to set up the real Israelites, man. They've been trying to set the real Israelites up since they bought up a bunch of slave ships and paid for it to go down, paid for the insurance on these slaves. See, that's why the Catholic Church, who made the decree, he got a small hat on his head too, because they all a bunch of Edomites playing war games. This is 36. It say Old Jerusalem. So this is where there was inhabitant. Old Jerusalem, look about thee towards the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto you from the Most High. 37. Lo, your sons come who you sent away. See, the sons is not going to be there. It's going to be the devil is going to be there for a great time. And the real Israelites that was sent away not going to be there. It says, they come gathered together from the east and to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. See, when those small hats went back over there in 1948, they went back over there and went to slaughtering them people, and the place didn't get blown up. They was begging the people to help them out. Oh, we over here and Hitler and the people trying to beat us, do something wrong to us, and we need to come over here with y'all, and we need to come out to this land. Then you had the Jehovah wickedness, man. He done set the whole situation up. He running around having meetings telling these small hats, y'all need to go back over there in that land, and y'all need to go in there and start buying up the property. Then you got the British government, see, making all kind of declarations that they can go back over there. So that was a whole setup for these devils to go, the Edomites, to be up in that land. And the real Israelites are not going to be in there until fire come and clean that place out. See, prophecies stand over what they talking about. But they don't fulfill no prophecies, man. And this is what Apostle Paul told Peter. This is how you kick they behind. This is 1 Peter 1:18. It says, this charge I command unto thee, son Timothy, according to the prophecies which went before on you, that you by them might war a good warfare. See, we war with the prophecies. We know the prophecies say that that land over there, let's get Luke, that land over there don't supposed to be inhabited by the Israelites until Yahweh shall come and clean that land out with fire. It is Luke 21:24. Fire got to come and clean out that land. A bunch of alphabet pride parades they have it in Tel Aviv all this time. He finna clean that place out. That's when the Israelites going back. This is Luke 21:24. It says, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captives into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. See, the devils is going to be in there for a long time. Until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Okay, what's going to be the fulfillment of that time? It says, 27, get right to the point. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. That's when the time going to be up. See, that's when the Israelites is going to go back in that land. That's when the Gentiles is going to be kicked out, and the Israelites is going to go in there. See, and before he come with power and great glory, or when he come with power and great glory, fire is going to come to that place and cleanse the place out. So there shouldn't be nobody over there talking about, oh, I'm an Israelite and all that crap. And the ignorant fools that went over there to be under somebody else's government, but under the Edomite government, is crazy. You going back over there just to be a slave. So that proves who is the Edomites in their kingdom, because you got this Babylon and Great America and the state of Israel. They good buddies. They always together and do everything together. So that's what I want to bring out. My battery about to go dead. Let me end it with this Revelation 18:21. It says, well, let's start with 20. It says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, For the Most High have avenged you on her. See, all of what's going on is the vengeance of the Lord. Verse 21, it says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city, Babylon, be thrown down and shall be found no more at all. See, that's when Putin and these other nations gonna blow this place up. That's after the Civil War done raged on. See, and Jacob trouble done raged on. It's gonna hit the climax, and they gonna start hitting them buttons over there, and missiles is gonna start to flying, and them chariots is gonna pop up and start delivering the children of Israel before the missiles hit. Let me So let me give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth, peace to the elect worldwide, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, the descendants of slaves scattered around the globe on slave ships and through many captivities. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.